What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to this episode of the Road to Redemption podcast. I'm, as always, your grateful host, Cam Williamson. Great to be back with you. Took last week off from podcasting. Had a lot of climbing going on. We got our goal of getting to the Craig, or outdoor rock climbing, early. I had the series started of Get Me to the Craig by Christmas. Got out there early. So, now I have my own little project indoors that I'm working on. I have a day that I'm going to go outdoors on the 24th. That's all going to be good. Life updates going well. Kiddos are good. My 3-year-old driving me bananas. She's at this weird stage where she turns 4 in a week or so. And she is playing games with me at every single turn. Everything we do turns into some kind of mind game with her. What can she get? How can she turn a rule that she kind of knows she's allowed to do but not really supposed to be doing? How can she find a hole? And it's causing Dad to possibly have aneurysms, right? Because I am kind dad, right? I do my very best to be kind. So, in the morning, and let me preface by saying this, I am not someone who freaks out about screen time with my kids. Oh my God, they were on screens all day on a Saturday. Well, yeah, they go to school all week long. What do we want to do on the weekends? We want to chill. Now, we have designated times that we go and do things together. We have meals where we look at each other and we put our devices down. We have meals where we're all sitting there watching our own separate shit. We do life on our own terms. Back to current, right? So, we're hanging out. We're doing whatever. We wake up in the morning. My daughter knows I don't want high stimulus things in the morning or at night. So, i.e., she watches shows. If you just go to Google or YouTube and type in color hands, it's people who have their hands and they're painting like red thumb, purple finger, and they just watch this shit. It's a bright white background, and it's just stimulation for their brains. Colors, pretty, bright, They like it. It teaches them colors, whatever. However, it's not good for them all the time. So she's not allowed to watch those things in the morning. She's not allowed to watch random YouTube kids playing with shit. She's allowed to watch those type of things on the weekends when she's just chilling, right? So what happens? Now she's getting a little bit older. She knows our routine. I get her up in the morning. I set her on the couch. I start the TV for her. I get her chocolate milk, her waffle, whatever she's having for the day. And I do all these things for my daughter. People would say, oh, you should let your kids do things on their own. Let's also preface this. I know that she's able to, and she understands that she should be doing these things. I, as her father, enjoy taking care of my daughter, right? So say what you will about that. So I bring her all her stuff, and then it turns into like, Daddy, I want to watch color hands. Now that everything is stable and I'm about to start doing me, now it's I want what I can't have. So I have to back up a little bit and go, hey man, technically I should have made you get up, get your own stuff, pour your own milk, show you how to do a waffle. I should have done all these things before I even gave you a screen. Now, I fear you're a little too comfortable with this situation, that we might need to change shit up, right? So we went 2 days. She got no screens until she learns how to, treat people, right? And it's hard for me because I'm, again, like I said, I'm kind dad. I'm dad that wants to take you places after school and have random date days with you where we go out to eat and then we grab ice cream and then we go home. Where then if you want to sit and chill on your phone after we've engaged with each other, I have no issue with that. So, but it's just... So this morning, right, I ask her twice. It's getting chillier out. It's fall. What do you want to wear long sleeve this morning? She has 2 jackets that she usually agrees to wear. One's like a tie-dye one. I talked about it on TikTok. You can go watch. And the other one is her Spider-Man hoodie. It's more thick. It's got fluffy shit on the inside. Neither were acceptable, so we decided to take them both out to the car. When we got to the car, she says, Daddy, I'm cold. I want your jacket. The same one I'm wearing right now. And I'm like, what do you mean you want mine? I just brought 2 out here for you. I brought this one for me. You know what? I take the jacket off. I give it to her. Immediately in my head, I'm like, well, you're just giving her everything she wants, right? And I have this weird battle every day, and I'm like, yeah, but I can. Like, I can take my jacket off. I'm not going to freeze. She's not going to freeze either if I don't give her the jacket, but what standard am I setting for her that she's cold? Her dad's right here. I got a jacket. You want this one for whatever reason. And hey, if you like the one that smells like your pops and you want to snuggle with that one all the way to school, man, I'm going to be mad about that. Okay, here, give you. So I'm in this thing now where we're trying to get her to go to bed on her own. That's tough. She wants to be with dad all the time. And she wants to snuggle with me, and I love that, right? But at the same token, I don't sleep very well when she's in bed with me. It doesn't allow for time for me, my wife and I to connect. It's a lot of just me and the baby kind of time. And then my wife trying to get some rest in between waking up and going to work. So last night, we watched Hocus Pocus 2. My daughter's in and out of the room. My wife and I are sitting there watching the home movie. And I had initially started by going, I don't even want to watch this shit. I've been so annoyed by the hype around it on social media, by every, hype bitch online that, oh my God, Hocus Pocus 2, and they talk about how big a fan they are. Okay, skirt right there. The first one, not that good. It was okay. Watch it now. Not that good. It was good when we were kids because we didn't know any better, just like Halloween Town and all this stuff. It was fine for our time. Not a good movie, though. Not a great story. Kind of sucks. Whatever. So, Halloween spirit. We watch Nightmare Before Christmas 1,000 times in my house all year long because, again, there's an entire hype here around Nightmare Before Christmas. You know how many people I see driving down the street with Jack Skellington stickers on their car or on the shirt or whatever? That's new. So most of those people probably don't, and I have asked them, what's your favorite, song from the movie? Oh, I don't know. I just like Jack. But you don't even know who Jack is. You don't know who Danny Elfman is. You don't know who Tim Burton is or what else he's done. You just see this thing that makes you seem weird to other people. It's dark. It's whatever. And Halloween time, as I get older, I don't enjoy that anymore. I don't want to see how edgy you can make yourself be. Right? I'm this guy who, I saw a guy standing on the edge of the corner, look damn near homeless. I don't think he was. But look, beard all scraggly and stuff. He had a mock Freddy Krueger hoodie on, and on the back it said, "Follow your dreams," with a bunch of things down. But he was like a tweaker, smoking a cigarette and shit, and I'm like, yo, look at how you're carrying yourself, my guy. I would talk to him like a friend and go, my guy, what the fuck? And I could just see this whole personification of a projection walking down the street. Oh, I'm this guy who likes fucking weird shit. And it's and you wonder why you're depressed. Walking down the street, shaking your fucking hands, just trying to smoke a cigarette. Yo. But Halloween does that type of stuff to people. We watch Hocus Pocus 2. It gives me weird feelings, right? The nostalgia part of seeing the Sanderson sisters and the cat and whatever, it was cool. But then you have the 3 teenagers that are performing Wiccan-type activities. Now, if you'd asked me 5 years ago, I'd have put the stop to that movie right fucking then and there. Hey, we don't play that shit. Why? I don't believe in messing with dark shit. Whether you believe in it or not, you ought not fuck with it. I'm well documented saying that. And I still believe that. But I've also come to believe I'm a little extreme on things. Settle the fuck down. It's just a movie. It's a kid's movie put on by Disney. So then I'm watching. They start talking about Satan an awful lot. They're starting to, hint at some Wiccan type, witchcraft type stuff, which again, I'm not opposed to. Alchemy is a thing, and I'm not opposed to learning about things. However, you got 3 teenage girls escaping off for a birthday ritual where they're going to light some gifted candle by some adult at a magic store that he seems so fond of these 3. And then he, spoiler alert, fucks them over, gives them this candle, brings the Sanderson sisters back, and they all got to fight him off. While he selfishly, is just trying to save his own ass. It shows a weird side of our current day because I'm watching this as a 30-year-old man, enjoying the nostalgia of it, but also going, Disney's changed a lot. They would have not let a lot of this shit fly 10 years ago, 5 years ago. talking about Satan, having teenage girls doing witchcraft. And I'm not talking about the zzz and an electricity bolt flies. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about sitting on the ground in a circle with different shits, grinding shits up, putting shits, having candles, and then becoming the power shits, okay? Because what you're doing is you're enticing young people to go out and buy these fucking Ouija boards and shit when shut that door right motherfucking there. Tell you right now, Halloween, Christmas, your grandmother's birthday, anybody's day, you best leave that type of shit alone. That's from 30 years of fucking around and finding out, yo. I'm telling you right now, you best not do that type of stuff. So I'm watching this conflicted as a father going, I don't have teenage daughters yet. I will. My oldest is going to be 7 this year. My youngest is 4. And I go, I don't have to have a conversation. My daughter, my youngest, was sitting there watching this. She wasn't scared by any of it, right? So I even said, like, the Billy character, the dead guy, he was a little less intense in this movie. As far as graphics go, it was less intense. I thought the book was less intense looking. So that part, my kid doesn't bat an eye at stuff like that. She loves Halloween type shit. So we're watching, and I'm like, I don't have to have a conversation with you about, like, yo, don't let me catch you and your fucking friends with a Ouija board in the backseat of your car, right? Now, my wife, in her life, has, you know, and myself, I've read tarot card readings and I've seen shit like that, and my wife has been more open to things like that. And when we first got together, I put the hard clamp stamp nope on that. Hey, I better never, right? Again, small-minded, not being open and letting people be who they are. As we grew, I go, okay, you do you. I'll learn at my own comfortable rate with it. And then if we meet somewhere with it, then we can. So then we both kind of go, this is not what we want to be a part of. It always seems to be manipulation-led, whatever. So we could together end up going, this isn't something we promote. So then the tarot card, now they didn't really mess with tarot cards too much. It was more spell castings. Now, I'm not a person, you know, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Because I believe words, right? When you write out a word, what do? You spell it. So that's where that comes from, is your spelling is you're writing out your declaration to the world on paper, which is very important to write out your goals and your dreams, and that's to have them there and to make them physical. Remember, some of this is alchemy, yo. As hooky as that sounds, we're talking Hocus Pocus, so here the fuck we are. So when you say things to people, I love you, I'll love you forever, are you casting a binding contract between those two people? I don't know. On a spiritual level, I don't know. I know that when they're teaching people to say things in chanty little rhymes that sound cool and teach people to go out in the woods and do these type of things at full moons and stuff, I'm just telling you, I've had enough odd experiences in my life to tell you that. And a lot, like, I don't want to spoil the movie, but I'm sure a lot of you have already seen it, but like a lot, like, they find out at the end, what you wish for always comes at a cost. So everything that you're playing around with, if somehow you found yourself ass first in some spiritual mud that you didn't expect to find yourself in, and things start happening in your life or to people that you love or to the world at large, and you have to sit back and go, God damn, did I have any part of that? Because we are so small as human beings. We are so very small, but yet one person can change everything. We've seen it multiple times. Things shift drastically with mass collective attention. If harnessed, energy is very powerful. All those things I very well believe. I've known people in my life who claim that they've casted spells over me, love spells to keep us binded for life. This same individual I found early in life, when we first started dating as children, had what was called a cam box. Now, when I was young, I thought this was sweet. their cousin had revealed to me that she had kept this box of things that she found after I would leave her house or wherever we were, where it would be like half-eaten pieces of candy that she would go get out of the trash and put in a box, or just weird shit, napkins that I had used to wipe my hands or my mouth, and it would go in this box. Well, this same person, as an adult, would say things like, "Well, I've got spells on you, so you ain't going nowhere." Is there anything physical to any of that? No. Is it scary as fuck? And now as an adult, you go, "Oh, there's a lot of red flags in a lot of these things." But you look, and certain personality traits seem to follow certain hobbies. So when you got someone that becomes mad obsessive, where they're like obsessing over little things that you nibbled on, like why you would keep that, I don't know. But then as an adult, to feel like you have this power over someone, to go like, "I'm going to cast a spell to keep us bound no matter where life brings us." And they played a little bit to that between the main Sanderson sister and the dead guy Billy, and the love that wasn't there, right? But there was a casted spell holding him for eternity there. And it's like, we're playing with a lot of shit at a time where TikTok is openly promoting tarot card readings and spiritual, "Here, I'm telling you what your guides are telling us." I think we're in really dangerous water. For as shitty as everything is going in the world for most people, I think opening your wallets up to scam artists is a bad idea. I think going to places to try to find a supernatural fix for your very real world problem is not going to serve you. Am I making much ado about nothing over a child's movie? Very possible. Very extremely possible. I do that a lot. But without that, we'd have no show. So here we are. We're back. I hope none of you are watching that goddamn Jeffrey Dahmer documentary. I canceled my Netflix 2 months ago, so luckily I didn't even see it. I saw every podcast in the world talking about it, people talking about it online, all the memes and stuff. I'll tell you this, it's the same thing with extremely spiritual stuff. When you're dealing with a darkness that you know is real, like what Jeffrey Dahmer was and what he even admitted that he was, for me to hear that there's these groups who are now sympathizing with Jeffrey Dahmer, and let me give it to the kid, the actor who was in American Horror Story. I should know his name, but I don't. He's phenomenal. He's fucking phenomenal. He is going to pay a price for playing that role. That I can promise you. Some point in his life, I hope he's deep in therapy, and I'm sure he's talked about that. Maybe that'll be a topic for another thing, is him specifically and how he deals with all that. Because, wow. I don't even have to see it to know that kid's phenomenal. I hear everyone say how phenomenal he is, and I believe it. I saw him in the American Horror Story stuff, and that I drew a line. It got weird. It was like, I can't indulge myself in this. So why people want to sit around and listen? I'm a straight man, right? Now, Jeffrey Dahmer had a lot of homosexual relationships. So right there, that's weird for me in the stance of like, I support gay people to do whatever you want. But I don't want to watch you cut them up and fuck them and eat them. So, okay, we're starting there. We're starting with that. And then you have 14-year-old boys who like, and again, I've heard the stories that he like got out. He was all drugged up. The police found him. Jeffrey Dahmer was like, "That's my boyfriend." Like, I don't even want to know this shit because he's a fucking 14-year-old child. So we have kids and all this shit going on. Serial killers, murders, fucking cannibalism. And y'all are ponying up to your fucking couches to watch this shit. Why? Why? For fucking views? Why? Please, someone tell me why. Why? What fucking benefit do any of you gain from watching this guy? Why? When this 60 Minutes shit came out on him, and they wanted to do this whole thing, oh, Jeffrey Dahmer speaks. Who wants to hear that? What are you doing watching Monday morning game footage on a fucking serial killer's brain for? Are you guys trying to take notes so you don't get caught next? What the fuck is wrong with you people? Please, someone explain to me what entertainment you get from this. You can't watch Halloween, Michael Myers, where again, I had to stop watching those because the ones by Rob Zombie, they're fucking raping mental health patients. So what the fuck are we doing? I'll wait for the comments, for the dislikes. I'll wait for all the shit because it's fucking dumb. It makes me so mad, and it makes me this mad because I almost fucking fell for it. My wife and I are sitting on the couch a couple days ago. She was going through this thing where it's a whole thing. She was hooked up to a machine for a medical thing, so she can't leave. She can't move anywhere. She's on the couch. I'm sitting there saying the same rant I just gave to you, I'm giving to her about how fucking dumb this is because she watches serial killer shit sometimes, not as much anymore. Obviously, you probably wouldn't if you had to deal with this shit. We're talking about how we don't want to see it. We're talking about it. Somehow, we gave an opinion that we had heard by somebody, and she goes, oh, well, it doesn't really matter. Our Netflix is canceled anyway. She goes, oh, but look, because when I got on there the other day, it randomly came on. So maybe we still have some time left since we canceled it. And without thinking, my hands took the remote and start looking. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? We had canceled it, so there was no access to Netflix. But I'm like, look how easy that was. I went looking for it just like that. And what would have happened? If it was there, I'd be like, all right, fuck it. Let's see what this... Why, though? Like, why? I had other shit to do. Y'all notice a podcast didn't come out last week. So it's like, I had shit I could have been doing. It's hard because we want to take time to relax. We want to take time to enjoy things. We want to take time to see what's up, right? See what's happening. See what's gonna be talked about around the water cooler for those of you that go to work and shit. Maybe that's a big thing for me. I don't give a fuck because I don't have a water cooler. I don't have people that I have to talk to or, oh, did you see that thing? And then I haven't watched House of Dragon. I don't know nothing about none of that shit. I've never watched Game of Thrones. I don't know nothing about Yellowstone. I don't know shit about shit. I watch nothing right now but rock climbing videos, like how to edit better, and podcasts that I enjoy that are comedy related as my chill down time. And I've been listening to Morgan Wallen like crazy. I don't know how I just learned about Morgan Wallen, but I did. I've been in, the Nashville proximity area for almost 5 years now, 6 years now. And I've just learned about Morgan Wallen recently, and I'm obsessed. His vinyl is actually coming in today. The Dangerous album, the double album, as it's called. And I'm obsessed with it. So I do a lot of that. I listen to music. I watch comedy shit that's just easy to listen to and funny. And other than that, I'm studying rock climbing shit or how to improve these videos and all the things that I do that you guys end up watching, hopefully. So with that, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a big old thumbs up. Subscribe so you see everything that I put out. If you want to see it as soon as it drops, which I appreciate the hell out of, go ahead and hit that bell. It'll let you know. And I try to let you guys know in advance now. I try to put the video link up and let you know, hey, in 2 days this video is going live. So watch out for those. Hit notify me when you see those. And yeah, let me know what you think. Love you. See you in the next one.